So I don't think I can remember a time in human history from any of my high school or college classrooms or anything where science and logic ruled everything. And what I do remember is when science and logic got a little too powerful, it was crushed by the real power that existed, whether that be the king or the church or whatever. Today it seems it's the dark underground Federal Reserve owners force. And it's a scary thing for them, for the true power holders, when real logic and reasoning are the things that become the most important thing, because that's the ultimate threat to their power. And as I attempted to have just a lively conversation with one of my best friends about how believable it is that the 3 towers came down on 9/11 straight down in their own footprint, as well as many, many, many other logical fallacies of that day and other days that have happened in our nation's history, where it just doesn't add up logically. I've found that it's not just a power above us, but it's people who are willingly smart people who are just along for the same ride. They want it. They want it to be like this, and they know. And I've found many times in jobs that I've had where just things don't add up, it's not the best way to do it, that it doesn't matter. What matters is who's in charge, and that you're following that person or that thing that's really in charge. That's the most important thing. Humans are social creatures. We're also like a wolf pack, and we gotta know who's in the lead, who's the lead dog, and we will follow that lead dog. And if you break off that path, all the other dogs who are following that lead are going to turn around and bark at you and nip you, because you're not following the leader. And I think we are all waking up with shows like Mythbusters and many, many other shows that were just really respecting the truth above all other things, and now it comes a little too deep. Things like that become a little too deep and a little too real for everyone. I think it might be time for whatever power that really is running things, which I think we all kind of know what power is running this show. This show is in this earth, this globe. We kind of have an idea already, even if we don't want to admit it. It might be about time for them to come down on this truth-seeking movement that has come about through the access to the internet. I think that's kind of what this new net neutrality law that I'm not even sure if it already went through, but that's just going to keep happening until this whole truth movement thing is squashed, because we can't have that with the power that truly exists. And the last thing that I'll say is that it doesn't matter how much sense you make or how great your movement is in your head, if you're not strong enough to overcome the power that exists already, aka if you're not ready to take on the head wolf and win, just the brutal, bloody fight that it will incur, which doesn't have to be a fight. I think Gandhi story of Gandhi has showed us that you don't have to physically fight. Sometimes it seems you do. But I think people in unity and people understanding what is feeding this giant, what's feeding the power, if you can just cut it off and starve it, yeah, people are going to die for sure. They're going to lash out like a kid probably and just start killing people. But if you're strong enough in your beliefs and what you're doing, you're going to know that what you're doing is more important than them just going and killing a few people, because they're going to do that anyways, as they've shown. You know, but do we really understand the importance of what we're doing? And is it bigger than our immediate, just superficial safety concerns and just kind of joy concerns, like a $1 bacon sandwich from Burger King, even though it makes us feel kind of like crap. Tastes good in the moment and it's cheap, and as long as we're kind of still wrapped up in this money game, that's kind of what they want. It's wrapped up in the money game, fighting each other. But this net neutrality thing is scary. I think we can do it. We can come together somehow, realize that there's a big problem, a bigger problem. The lead wolf is no longer a wolf that is worth following and we want to follow, and we got to know that we got to stand together and strong enough to overcome them. It doesn't need to be violent at all. That's it.